Hi, welcome. I'm Dr. Harlan Mittag. I'm a chiropractor and nutritionist, and I have an exciting information to share with you. I'm actually sharing a skin product from Sisel International, and it's a skin cream that rejuvenates the skin. Now, there's a lot of hype in this industry, and I don't want to contribute to that hype, so we're going to skip right away to a video that shows the results on a friend of mine, Dr. Kurt Fisnick. And Kurt photographed the side of his face, his temple area, once a day for 30 days. And the results are remarkable. So we're going to watch that video, and then I'll introduce you to Kurt, and you can learn about this amazing product. So Kurt, go ahead and let's see that video.
Okay, well, thanks, Dr. Harlan. This is actually a video of me using the product over a period of 30. Typical guy from North Dakota. I've never really used skincare products. You know, yeah, I've used some, but really soap and water. I'm 52 years old, and when I saw my before pictures, I thought, holy cow, I didn't know that my skin looked that bad. And so what I tell everybody now, give me your camera phone, let me take a before picture of you right now when you first start taking the product, because of the fact that it's
Let's watch that again.
Amazing. Okay, Harlan, did that?
It stopped at 19.
Okay, mine did too. All right. So here it is again, and as you watch that, you can just really see the transformation. My skin, the redness, the rosacea, it really seems to change that. The soft skin now, I mean, it's actually, it feels different. I've run into people who haven't seen me in 4 or 5 years, and they're looking at me like, holy cow, what have you been doing? And they really notice a difference, Harlan. And it's what's happening. So here's my skin now. This is what it looks like on day 30. So that's from August 1st to September 1st. And I'm not a guy that sits inside. I like to hunt. I like to fish. When you take a look at the picture from day 1, I was actually outside. I'd been outside for 3 days, fishing, spending time outside. And on day 30, that was actually after 3 days of being outside as well. So under similar circumstances, under the Utah sun, because I was out in Utah both time periods, and here's what happened. Isn't that crazy?
Can we watch that? Can we watch it one more time just to let it?
Yeah, because it goes pretty quickly. I mean, when you see that, it goes pretty quickly. I mean, it's 30 days and 30 seconds, Dr. Harlan.
Yep.
And using it now. A friend of mine, my business partner, is a billionaire out of Utah, and he saw what was out in the market, and he said, holy cow, most of the stuff that's out there isn't safe for people to be using. And most of the products that are out there that are on the market cost way too much money for what they have in the products. They're putting 1 or 2 ingredients in there, and they're charging anywhere from $80 to $200, sometimes up to $300 for a product that has an ingredient, 1 or 2 ingredients. And so the owner, the chief scientist at Sisel, he says, we can put all these ingredients in there into one product, and we can make it affordable. I mean, just watch that one more time. I mean, it's just such an amazing video as you watch that, and I just keep explaining it to people because you see what it's doing. And I tell people, Dr. Harlan, you know, because you're a doctor, you're a chiropractor, as people age, they get shorter. Their bone structure changes. And so wouldn't it make sense that the bone structure of your face changes as you age as well? And so this product, when you rub it in and in a skin, it affects the deeper layers of the tissue. It helps to rehydrate the skin. It doesn't just give you the appearance of younger skin, and the reason that that's important is because as you age, the new, younger, healthier cells help to protect the old cells by kind of folding over them. And I take a piece of paper and I demonstrate this to people. The old cells are covered up by the new cells. So if you have a product that all it does is exposes the old cells to oxidation, that's not good. So our product actually helps the old cells by replacing them with new, younger cells. And then,
Kurt, let's get you on screen here. I'm gonna pull it back to me so that you can bring down that video and so that you can get on. And folks, you're gonna see Dr. Fisnick now. And you know, I've known Kurt for several years now, and I hadn't seen him for about 3 months, 3 to 4 months, I would say. And actually, the first time I've seen his face in the last 4 months was on this Google Hangout, and I can tell you that he looks different. He really does look different. His skin was very warm. I'll say this now. I didn't say it, you know, back when, Kurt, but his skin was very worn and weathered, and it's amazing. The change, the transformation, it really is amazing. And I'm not a testimonial. I haven't started using Transfusium yet. I'm going to. I got some for my wife. She started using it actually just yesterday. And so we took an initial picture, you know, before she started using it. And that's what Kurt did, but he did it every day. So, Kurt, here's Dr. Fisnick in real life. And Kurt, take it away. If you could tell us a little bit more about the product and just enlighten us.
Okay, well, Harlan, you know, I mean, here's the whole deal on it is that, you know, I'm, like I said earlier, I'm a typical guy. I mean, we don't put stuff on our face.
No,
I mean,
we don't. We don't.
I mean, we go in the bathroom, soap, water, right?
Exactly.
I mean, that's what we've done. You and I, we're about the same age. You know, back in the 70s, we'd go paint a fence, and back then you used lead-based paint. And when you got paint on your face, what did you do?
You scrubbed it with turpentine
or gasoline, right? And I go out and I hunt and I fish and I'm outside and I get all these little wrinkles. And my skin would burn. I've got fair skin. I would burn. I'd peel 2 or 3 times from one sunburn.
Wow.
And I remember my mom telling me when I was a kid, she said, "Oh, Kurt, you're going to get skin cancer. You better do something about that." But I looked at the ingredients on most sunscreens, and most of the ingredients aren't healthy for you. The ingredients cause cancer. So is it better to get exposed to the sun, or is it better to use the sunscreen?
Yeah.
And so a lot of times I just didn't use anything, and I'd be red. I mean, I'd get as red as that, and I didn't use anything. So it's no wonder my skin looked aged, and that's most guys.
Yeah.
That's most guys. Most women, they have so many products in their bathroom, they've been taking care of their skin, but if you look at the ingredients list on most products, it contains toxins. I mean, there's things out there. There's a new product on the market. I'm not going to mention any names, but there's ingredients in these new products that actually freeze the face, paralyze the muscles, right? And when you paralyze the muscle, it's not good. There's something wrong with that.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not gonna list what product that is, but boy, I tell you what, it's going crazy. Everybody's using it because it gets results. You see a change in a short period of time. Well, so Tom, the owner of Sisel, he basically said, "Look, we can do something better." Over 20 active ingredients in here, ingredients that don't freeze your face. They don't freeze the structure and make it so that when you're after 20 years, you've got rawhide for skin. I mean, can you imagine, Harlan, you waking up in the morning and your wife has rawhide on her face?
No.
You touch it and it feels like you're touching a piece of leather from a shoe.
Yeah, you smile and nothing happens.
right? And so our product doesn't have that. We've got ingredients that actually change the structure. It makes it so that the skin is rejuvenated to new healthy cells. We've got ingredients in here that help to penetrate all the way down to the bone. It penetrates deep in there to affect that structure. We've got products that plump the skin back up, rehydrate it. We've got ingredients that help with the structure, the collagen. Think of it like, you know, the structures in my room here, the 2x4s that hold my walls up, hold the second floor up on top of the house. Well, in your skin, you've got structures like that. It helps with that. We've got ingredients in here that help protect against UVAs and UVB rays. We've got ingredients in here that help the body so it makes new skin cells, so that as it unfolds and exposes the cells, they're not old, dead, dying cells. So that oxidation, the exposure to the environment, isn't going to be more harmful to the skin than what it was. And so, I mean, our product really works. I mean, you saw that in 30 days. I was actually the first person to use this product for 30 days. And so that's why I wanted everybody to see that. We're starting to see all sorts of testimonials coming in of people who have used the product, and they're seeing changes in 4 days. They're seeing changes in 2 weeks.
Wow.
The 30-day changes are just amazing. And guys like you and me that have never really used anything are loving this product. I mean, I went elk hunting. I took this with me. I mean, how many guys out there in the field elk hunting are getting up in the morning and putting skincare on their face, right?
Well, you're protecting an asset, you know. I mean, you're protecting your health.
That's exactly it.
I wanted to ask you one thing that I've heard about Sisel. I want you to confirm it. I know that with nutritional products and beauty products too, a lot of companies will have the same ingredients or similar ingredients. But one of the issues is, are there enough of the ingredients in the product to actually make a difference? And what I understand of Sisel International is that because of their sourcing, they're able to get the ingredients at a real good wholesale cost, and that makes it affordable to put a significant amount of the active ingredients in the product, so people are actually getting results. What is the truth of that?
Well, you know, Harlan, I mean, you really said it just right. I mean, not only do we have the buying power, I mean, we're a debt-free company. We're 100% debt-free. So we can use that buying power that we can go out and we can buy the ingredients that work. But the chief scientist and the owner of the company, he says, look, if we're going to put an ingredient in this product, let's put enough to make a difference. I mean, again, I'm not going to list any products because I don't want anybody coming after me and saying, oh, you said something about our company. But one of the top anti-aging, age-reversal skincare products that you buy at major department stores, okay? It sells for about $150 for a container of it. The ingredient, they have one ingredient, and that ingredient, on the science, it actually says you have to have 25 parts per million to actually make it work. Guess how much they put in, Dr. Harlan? They put in 4 parts per million.
Wow.
So
wow.
even though they have a good ingredient, one that actually works, they're not even putting in 20% of what you need to make it work. So you got to take that whole bottle and you got to wipe it on your face and use up the whole bottle just to make it work, because there isn't enough ingredient in there. And that's what a lot of these companies are doing, or they're taking 1 or 2 ingredients and they're saying, oh, it's in there. We're taking over 20 active ingredients and we're putting it in there. When I called the owner of the company, when I heard he was making this product, I said, what's the active ingredient? And he paused for a while and he said, well, Kurt, he said, it's not just one. I mean, he said it's a whole list of ingredients.
Yeah.
That's what.
And most of those ingredients, reading through them, they're natural extracts.
Natural extracts, right? And They're safe to use. There's zero toxicity in our product, which is really kind of beautiful, right? I mean, because again, you think about your wife. Let's just say that your wife's using the product for the next 20 years. You don't have to worry about, hey, did I introduce her to something that's going to cause skin cancer?
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, you introduced her to something that you can feel comfortable, that the product's been researched. I mean, we worked with Guy Langer. He's the former chief. I'm just going to pull it up on my phone here as I'm talking, because I sometimes forget. He's the chair of the education hour, so he's in charge of educating people in California at the Society of Cosmetic Chemists.
Wow.
He helped develop the product. He actually said that if he was going to develop a skincare product, this would be the product.
Wow. And he's a scientist who has some notoriety in the skincare industry.
Yeah, I mean, people look up to him in the industry and they say, there's a guy that knows what he's talking about.
Wow. So, Kurt, how can people get this product?
Well, I mean, I think that there's a couple of different ways. I mean, number one, they can contact you directly, and I know you're going to post your phone number and your
We'll have a link. We'll have a link and a phone number in the information section and maybe in the title of this video. Yeah,
and or you know, if they want to contact me directly, they sure can too. And so if you want to post my number on there too, you sure can.
Okay,
my email
great.
address, and we can go from there.
Okay, and it's Sisel International, and the product is Transfusium, and so maybe in another month we'll have another video, and we can show my wife's pictures, and we'll continue to watch your face too.
I mean, I just tell people, I say, hey, we're changing the world one face at a time.
Okay, great. Thank you, Kurt, and we'll talk to you again.
All right. Thanks, Dr. Harlan.